The world is one big, strange place, with thousands of years of history, languages, and cultures that all compile to create a truly unique existence. But throughout all of mankind's history, there has always been one lingering, unanswered question that unifies all of us to some degree. What is the meaning of life? Join me, Romper McJohnson, as I embark on a journey within a wild, random, and unforgiving place, the land of virtual reality, in an attempt to answer one of life's greatest questions. The way that we think and interact with each other has been dramatically changed by technology. Humans are inherently social creatures, but in a time where it's never been easier to connect with people, why is it that so many people find themselves alone? These are the thoughts that led me to the world of virtual reality. And so to begin this spiritual quest in search of the meaning of life, I believe the best place to start is by looking within myself. Who am I? Am I my thoughts? My physical appearance? My memories? A combination of all three? As I stare at myself in one of the many mirror worlds within VRchat, I realize that I truly don't know who I am. But in here, does it really matter? In here, I can be anyone I want. A penguin? A squirrel of the opposite sex? Nicolas Cage? In virtual reality, maybe it doesn't matter who I am. Maybe, in this new landscape that I find myself in, I can be whoever I want to be. After digging deep within myself, I think I'm ready to embrace this new start and begin searching for answers outside of myself. But I don't think simply asking others for the meaning of life will reap the answers I seek. I think that to come to an answer for the meaning of life, we need to gain insight from multiple individuals on what the most important things that make up everyone's life are. So where better to start than gaining people's perspective on one of the building blocks of our lives? Love. What are your guys' thoughts on how love brings meaning to your life?
Well, considering most of my life, the people that I thought loved me were actually toxic.
Okay, so love in your case has caused, what, sadness?
I was raised by a narcissistic grandmother.
Did you ever experience true love, would you say?
I did once, and I hope that I am again.
And what kind of meaning did that bring?
I mean, well, I went from being locked into a house where I couldn't even go check the fucking mail because my grandmother was so scared that I was not going to come back if I did, to being with a man that opened up the world for me and showed me that I didn't have to be afraid of everyone and everything, and that I could go out in the world and experience things regardless of my troubles. Only for his ex-wife to get jealous, put false charges against him go to prison for 5 years, and me have to go back to my fucking grandmother's house.
Wow, that's quite the tale. So it sounds like love is on two spectrums for you. It sounds like love from your grandma was very suffocating and keeping you locked in, whereas love from this man that you talked about was freeing, released the shackles that bound you, so to speak.
Pretty much, but even he had his troubles, but, you know, not everything is gonna go the way you want it to, and life isn't perfect, nor is love, so you gotta take it as it comes.
That's very true. Well, that was some great insight you both offered here.
What have you got going on that's got you asking questions?
I just want to get individuals' input on these concepts, I guess, and how they bring people meaning.
There's going to be a lot of good answers.
You said you have a girlfriend, so you found someone that's special to you in your life. So how do you think love plays a role in the meaning of life?
In my life?
Yeah. How does love play a role to give you meaning in your life?
How do I put this? I don't know. It makes me more mellowed out. Not as like, I'm trying to find the word, having my relationship, right? It doesn't make me as anxious or aggressive. I feel that with her in my life, that I feel like I am a much more tolerable person.
I have a serious question for you guys. How does love bring meaning into your guys' life?
It doesn't.
Can you expand a bit?
If you try to find love, if you try to find a meaning in your life, you gotta love yourself and not somebody else.
Exactly. You can't rely on someone else to be the meaning of your life.
Nah, I hate
Actually,
myself.
that
Fuck
also
this
helps
guy,
in
man.
relationships.
When I say love, I don't necessarily mean like a significant other. People have different ways of showing it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Love can be toxic.
It can be the best thing in the world. It can be the worst. It can make you feel lonely and confused. But you just gotta think about what do you want in the first place. One thing that's important, you gotta learn from all the relationships you have. And I'm not talking about just romantically, like boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm talking about the love for your family, for your friends, for your partner, all that. What did you experience in that time? What did you give? What did you got? What do you want? And especially, what do you want to change?
It's multi-layered, right?
The real moments of love that I've seen is unconditionally sitting next to your mother in a deathbed and calling her beautiful while she smells of pneumonia and dies. You know?
Damn.
That's love, right? You spend years developing a community and family to be with you to the end. This is all short-term shit. You know, I've been there, been whoring myself out, been nice to everyone. Everyone treats me really well and it will, whatever. But that's not, none of that's fucking truly respectful love.
I've got a serious question for you guys.
Yeah.
How has love brought meaning into your guys' life?
That's a very tough question, honestly. Look, as much as I have been very loved, at the same point in time, the amount of trials and tribulations I've gone through from those who supposedly love me also kind of counterbalances. So, I've learned to come and appreciate something known as absurdism, which is the realization and acceptance that there is no meaning in anything. The best way to live is to continue seeking answers while being okay with the fact that there technically is no real reason or meaning. My life can fuck me over tomorrow, but then give me the greatest boon the next.
Where does love fit into that?
If love comes my way, it's just another little bit of brightness to counteract the darker days. Love brings stability for me. The love of family, the love of friends, and the love of those who love me for who I am, regardless of whether they're, family or friends, is something to nurture. If you don't have the compassion of others as a social species, you feel empty, you feel devoid. It doesn't have to be something great like somebody being so desperately in love with you. It's just a small thing like a friend saying, "Hi, how are you? Do you want to do something together?"
The little things that we take for granted sometimes.
Starting to figure out the more I go through the roller coaster that I call life is the little moments and the little things throughout the day that surround the big events are more important.
Excuse me, Sauron, you have forged the heaviest steels in the mountains of Mordor, so you must be a man of perspective when it comes to things such as what is the meaning of love in life.
Love itself is one of those things where it's both good and bad. Love can be one of those things, it can empower you. The only problem with love when you're in love is the fact that you feel empowered to protect whoever you love. The problem is that's what makes you vulnerable at the same time, because you have to go out your way to help them because you love them, but putting your own self at risk with a 50-50 chance of either living or dying. Not falling in love, that is also a bit of an in and out perspective. Now you can fall in love, fair enough, you can go through all that show of shit. Don't fall in love, you suffer loneliness, depression, through a lot of drinking, too much drinking, heartbreak. But at the same time, you don't have to make yourself vulnerable.
So what is the meaning of love in life?
It's really difficult as question. I think like you need it, even if it's parents, lovers. It's really difficult between my family and my friend. Actually, can't really say it to your parents. For example, you express more things with your friends, so they give usually more love, like you say, because you see them more.
So it's easier for you to express things to your friends than it is to your parents.
Exactly.
What is your guys' thoughts on the meaning of love in life?
If I were to put it in simple words, love is sacrifice. You have to change yourself in ways to fit the other person's boundaries. And so it's basically growing together and learning about each other. And it's not going to be easy because there's going to be disagreements and arguments, but you have to move past it and learn and mature and grow from it. Which is why I said love is pain, because you will have to end up sacrificing a lot of your time and your effort.
So how has love in your life helped you grow?
It's helped me to realize to not tolerate like specific behaviors such as manipulation and the guilt tripping that comes with it, and maturity as well, because you can love someone and not be in a good relationship, so you have to just let them go. You have to learn to let go. Even though you could love them with all of your heart, you're just doing them and yourself a favor. Love, it should never be one-sided.
Love is a multifaceted, extremely complex emotion. It can suffocate us, causing us to be locked away like a precious, delicate bird in a cage. At the same time, love can set us free, helping us to gain the confidence in ourselves to see the limitless possibilities of the world. It can make us more tolerable or lonely. It can bring the greatest joy or at the same time the worst pain that we could ever hope to experience in this corporeal realm. Losing love can tear us down to our lowest points, and gaining love can cause us to rise from the ashes of heartbreak to find light in our darkest times. It can be as complicated as being there for a mother on her deathbed, or as simple as a friend asking if you want to hang out. Love can be found in the small things we take for granted every day, or in the big things that we idealize love to be. In the end, the volume and effects of love can vary tremendously from person to person. Maybe love isn't as concrete as I once thought, but rather fluid, malleable, constantly changing between how and where we receive it, be it from friends, families, significant others, or even strangers. And through all of this, in gaining so many people's perspective on love, can I honestly say that this journey has brought me to a deeper understanding in how love brings meaning into people's lives? I think that I can. No matter how an individual's answer might have varied from one to another, one thing was constant. Every single person has experienced love in their lives, be it for better or for worse. And although the effects of that love might change drastically, in the same sense, it's a permeating glue that connects all of us, be it in sorrow, joy, or even pain. I think it's safe to say that love brings a certain sense of meaning into all of our lives, and that its existence is undeniable. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like and comment down below to let me know your thoughts. What kind of meaning has love brought into your life? Also, remember to subscribe so you can come back to see the next chapter in this series, as it really helps me and the channel out. So until next time, take care. See ya.